And students at Papillion-La Vista got a chance to learn about the service our veterans give to our country, straight from the source, as a part of a Veterans Day project. And I joined them in the classroom for an assignment rooted in gratitude and understanding. Each one of us has our own unique story, and for veterans, that story is often filled with service and sacrifice. They are important stories to hear, but ones that aren't often shared outside of friends and family.
Well, since they've done so much for our country, it's the best I could do.
Eliana and the other 5th graders at Patriot Elementary have spent the last couple of weeks sitting down with vets from across the metro so they can learn more about them and share their stories for a Veterans Day project. For many of the students, it is their first chance to learn more about life in the service, but for a few of the 5th graders, the themes of the project hit much closer to home.
He worked in the Air Force for about 20 years. He's retired now.
Aiden's father, retired Lieutenant Colonel Tyler Evans, was one of the veterans sharing his story with the 5th grade class. Lieutenant Colonel Evans retired not long after Aiden was born, so Aiden didn't get to see much of his career firsthand.
He served for his country, and he would put himself on the line for his country.
The project, though, gave Lieutenant Colonel Evans an opportunity to fill his son in on some of the details.
And to be able to share some of my stories and the different awards that I got and different experiences that I got, I mean, it was pretty special to relay some of those with him.
Veterans from all walks of life and different branches of service shared their stories with the students. And the class even heard from some of our allies who fight alongside our veterans, just under a different flag.
I'm the Australian Liaison Officer at US Strategic Command. I'm here to represent the Australian Defence Force with Admiral Richards.
Howarth said that the stories of soldiers from the US and Australia aren't too different from one another. There is no Veterans Day in Australia, but that doesn't mean there isn't days to commemorate those who serve, notably Anzac Day and Remembrance Day. But Howarth said there is something special about the recognition that we give to the veterans here in the States.
That's a difficult question for me to say. I think the US do it so much better than Australia, and just a simple thank you is all most people want.
While the stories from the vets were different, the lesson behind the project was the same for every student.
Honor the people who have served or are serving right now, and then also the people who have died serving.
With their interviews completed, the students will start crafting the stories of the veterans, which will be shared at a special Veterans Day assembly. From Papillion, Alex Whitney, 3 News Now.